Hello there, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to whatever day this comes out on, cause holy shit, my schedule got torpedoed this week, yay, but I'm gonna get everything I can get out. So, here we go, Dr. Stone, Season 2, Episode 2, boy. In the last episode, we started off, about as strong as we meant to go on, I guess, with Senku's plot armor-led pacifism, leading him to try and find a non-lethal way to beat Tsukasa, and oh boy, I guess it's a good thing they've got an impressionist and a record player, huh? So yeah, so we're gonna see Senku just trick a whole empire of brain-dead muscleheads, and then I guess he's going to hope and pray that when they're done, they're not going to just immediately turn on him and be like, "Hey, there's no pretty lady there, we're actually 3,000 America don't exist. What the fuck?" Like, yeah, I'm trying to figure out how they're going to justify this plan working, and I'm hoping they actually do. Because so far, most of Senku's, plot armor-based wins have been, it's ridiculous, but there happened to be, the exact sort of scenario that's needed to make it work logically. So I'm hoping they continue that, because they're stretching it pretty damn far at the moment. But let's see, shall we? In 3, 2, 1, and go! Hey, it's the initial followers, the ones I don't care about. So, I wonder what they're gonna do once Tsukasa's gone, because Tsukasa was, a pretty big... he's been a pretty big driving force so far. What do you do once you beat Tsukasa? I mean, that... honestly, that, beating Tsukasa would be, the thing where you could be like, okay, the series can end now, right? Because, I mean, or do a time skip, where it's we've rebuilt society a little bit. I mean, that's basically what Gurren Lagann did, right? The main thing leading forward was, okay, we gotta beat the Spiral King. They beat the Spiral King, and then there's, a big old time skip to them having rebuilt a human society. And then, oh no, the anti-spirals. Oh. I swear to God, I swear to God, they best not be putting that tank in this opening. Put this tank in and be like, alright, yeah, no, there's no more tanks. That the tank was a metaphor. Nah, son. You show off a tank like that, nah. Come on now. I want to see Tsukasa get hit in the face with a 30mm shell. And if they see the cell phone, they'll just start murdering everyone. My man, she's a gymnast, you goddamn idiot. Seriously though, if they had machine guns or any sort of firearm that didn't require muzzle loading, Homura might as well go back and be like, okay, yeah, no, we gotta give up. Come on now. Almost had her, damn! An ancient technique known as gymnastics. My god. The most deadly technique in all of human history. The ultimate gymnast. Got some Danganronpa shit going on. Seriously, the fact they have no ranged weapons, like not even a crossbow or something. Senku, that's a flashbang. Oh, hi, Mecha Senku. Mecha Senku, that's not a flare, that's a goddamn flashbang. No, that's not how flares work. That was a flashbang, my man. Like, all you need is some, just using magnesium instead of phosphorus. Until then, he's a horrible lech. He's a nerd, not a goddamn... Seriously, could... Because she's been spying on you for half a goddamn year, you idiot! Sissy, like... Could someone... Like, seriously, they know that Senku isn't that freaking powerful. Like, it would have taken the Kinro and Ginro, like, half a second to jump on. Aw, poor doggo. She's traveling by tree, she's not gonna leave that much of a scent trail. Oh, he's such a precious boy. So you had time to make that, but you couldn't make a gun. You could make a UV lamp, but you couldn't make any sort of basic firearm. Jesus Christ. So how did you make that? How did you make a blacklight? Jesus Christ, okay. Alright then. Like, Senku's gonna slow them down. He isn't exactly the most athletic. Because it's not necessary for survival. Do it. Kill the bitch. Do it. Kill this bitch. If she hasn't, I'll be surprised. How have you lived this long in a Stone Age society and not killed a human being once? Oh my god, these goddamn hippies! Yep. Oh god, that's great. Make it look like you're carrying a bomb. Well, to be fair, that thing looks... It's got a big antenna on it. Like... Yeah, information warfare, that's not gonna work. It's not gonna work with this... Oh, Jesus. I do like that her cloak is basically a sleeping bag. She washed off. Morse code! Hey, there you go. God, Morse code really was like texting before texting, huh? Wasn't it? Shit. Hey, baby, what are you wearing? they're being limited by. Congratulations, idiots. All right, okay, I'll admit it. That's a smart bit. Should have just let her die, but like turn her into street pizza, but okay then. My girl, you best keep a good grip on that, cause now they know you have a cell phone. Like, if she escapes, they're done. Like, this is just begging. This is begging for something to go wrong, keeping her alive. Oh my god. Sometimes I wish anime wasn't so, like preoccupied with its protagonists being like good boys. Oh, they've been gathering all the strong boys. Well, that's a. Oh, that's a who boy. Especially if he is able to bully them into subjugation. Yeah. Cripple them. Cripple. Like, for once, I agree with Magma. He is 100% right. Like. Deny your opponent a resource. They are a resource. God, dude. Like, anime characters are just. Anime characters are so goddamn, like, preoccupied with just being morally pure. Like, they're fighting against somebody who is, like, raising an army of the strongest people possible. This is the same thing as burning down a field. Yes, okay, just say that out loud. I'm sure the guy with the really good hearing just picked all that up. Especially with Magma just shouting as he's about to smash that guy's arms off. Strangers that will wind up coming to kill you if you fail. Oh, Jesus. And I doubt Tsukasa would have told his men that Senku is alive, because then they'd be like, "Ooh, what's that guy's thing?" Well, there's the bow and arrow, man. An arrow's just gonna sprout from one of their foreheads. Just dunk. There it is. And I guarantee you he's gonna hear the cell phone ring, so yeah, no, this is gonna be an issue. So has he just been doing that every day? Moshi moshi, pizza delivery desu. Man, it's a good thing. It's a good thing the cell phone can handle being underground. Like they look like there was a lot of dirt in that receiver. I don't know about that one. Go back! I want to be monkey. Oh, jeez. Seriously, dude. Like, This ending's really cool, though. Oh, that's cool. Imagine if their clothes had turned to stone, too. That'd be kind of neat. But it would also beg a lot of questions. God, Senku's shoes suck. Holy shit, that's gonna hurt your arches. I still can't get over the fact that the flag looks like a penis. Like, alright, what's the next one called? Call from the dead. Ooh. Oh boy. Okay, so So I mean, my problem with Senku's choice of tech tree. That's gonna just continue, isn't it? Like, So first off, I like him making an ultraviolet light. That's really cool. I like that a lot. That's fun. Um, the fact that like he just kind of just so happened to be like, oh yeah, no, I made this black light, and instead of just figuring out a way to catch Homura and keep her, instead I basically created this thing where there were so many points of failure. The fact that it didn't fail at all went is just completely borderline miraculous. Like, holy shit. Like, Senku is flying by the seat of his pants so goddamn harder this season. It's ridiculous. Like, the flashbang. Cool. I like that. That's a cool invention. That's something that you would want for a war. A UV light. A black light. Like, unless you're trying to find Tsukasa's cum cave, I don't think that's going to be all that useful. And the fact that it became useful is just, like, such a coincidence. And it's, oh, God, it's so dumb. So goddamn dumb. Like, he's created so many points of failure in his plan, it is ridiculous. The fact that they caught Homura is just entirely dumb luck. Like, oh, God, and the fact they kept her alive when she was in a guaranteed death state. Let the bitch die. Like, if she manages to escape, and she is a gymnast, and I imagine she's probably got, like, a little bit of contortionism, like, going on, so she's gonna be able to escape, and she's gonna be able to get back to Tsukasa and be like, hey, yo, they got a cell phone, dog. Because now she has confirmation that they've got a fucking cell phone. So, do you see where the problem comes in? It's ridiculous. Like, oh, like I appreciate when the plans do work. Like, you can kind of follow the thread and be like, okay, so this is why it worked. It required a whole lot of coincidence and just stuff to happen exactly the right way to make it work, but it works, right? It's not just like, this UV light allows me to shoot lasers out of my anus. Okay, fine, but it's still, like, it's still beyond, the point of practicality. It's ridiculous. Like, I guess the point of it is that it's, like, we don't want to, like, to basically teach people how to make homemade firearms, but, like, then don't make a series that requires requires your main character to fight a goddamn war. I mean, they've already got swords. You could have them, like, progress along the sword path, because I guarantee you most people won't be able to make swords at home. Like, Jesus Christ, dude. I just, having the cell phones use rings as Morse code so they wouldn't, like, give away their position too early. That was a smart idea, though. I really like that. That's a really smart idea. That's cool. And so far, like, the cell phone plan, okay, they have people on the inside, so, okay, being able to communicate with your spies, okay, fine. But the lack of portability on their machine, and also the fact that they have a guy who can hear things from, like, miles away, means that plan is basically dead in the water. Taiju and What's-Her-Face, I forgot her name, like, they get one use of this thing, maybe two, before that guy hears them and is like, hey, what the fuck they doing over there? Like, like, this is just, this is a right now, dude. I just, no, I mean, I imagine, like, this Stone War thing is gonna just basically go until the end of the season. Like, the end of the season is gonna end with Tsukasa being taken out back and shot, and by shot, I mean made friends with, I guess. But, like, I don't see a logical reason, a logical, practical reason for Tsukasa to surrender. Like, even if he loses all his guys, he's still, like, the strongest human being on the planet right now. It wouldn't surprise me if he could just punch his way out and go and become a problem later on. Like, he is so dead set in his, like, anarcho-primitivist mindset that I don't think he's going to even have surrender as a concept. So, oh, God, like, this show, like, the longer it goes on, the more ridiculous, like, Senku's pacifism is getting. Like, it seems like the bad guys are just escalating and escalating and escalating. Meanwhile, Senku's being like, I want to make a cool cell phone. And it's like, no, Senku, you can't, like, no, that's not how that works. You need to escalate as well. And, like, and we're seeing that, like, he is making a few weapons that have offensive capabilities, like the flashbang, but for every one flashbang, he's got 6 goddamn UV lights. Like, Jesus, dude. It's like, if this was a game of Civ, he'd be overrun by the goddamn barbarians by now. Shit. But overall, like, I'm still enjoying the story. Like, my big frustrations with Senku's mindset and tech tree priorities aside, I am enjoying seeing all the little inventions. I just really wish we were in some sort of scenario where it didn't seem ridiculous for him to do that. Like, you know, like, maybe instead of having it be like, you've got a big villain, have it be society building. You can have drama of Senku building a society, introducing technology to basically cavemen. You don't need Tsukasa. You don't need this. You know, the conflict could be like in the first season where it was like getting the village on side, you know, and getting magma. Maybe they could meet other villages and, you know, go on. And like that village is not impressed with the stuff Senku already has, so they've got to improve. Like, you know, like just I would have been totally fine with this being a society building show. Instead, it's, you know, it's trying to be that because Senku's introducing all these things that, yes, to a modern day sort of life, black lights, road flares, frigging, like, instant noodles. Okay, that shit's great. That's perfect. That is, like, raising the overall average lifespan of the village by decades at a time. But they're in a war. Like, Jesus Christ, my dude. Like, But, I mean, hey, the inventions are cool. We just gotta hope that, you know, this is the series has Senku use them in such a way that, you know, it doesn't make you go, like, but why, though? Because we're already, like, partially there with some of these inventions. Oh, man. But, yeah, it's good. It's nice to see Taiju and What's-Her-Face back again. Honestly, I kind of want this Stone War to end. Honestly, I'd be 110% fine if the Stone War ended on, like, episode 4. Honestly, we just went back to Senku building society, because fighting Tsukasa as a villain, like, it just does not feel like it matches at all, but I guess we'll have to see, won't we? But that's all I have to say about this episode. Let me know what you thought of it down there in the comments, whether you liked it, you disliked it, or you want to bring up something I left out, because that happens sometimes. Oh, boy. And, you know, if you were going to capture what's her name, Homura, then how would you have done it? I probably would have just let her die, honestly. But after the road flare, I would have basically told the people about, like, my flare plan, made more than just one pair of goggles, and while she was flashbanged, have, like, the biggest boys in the village pile on her. If I had to take her alive. If I didn't have to take her alive, when she's on the ground, I would just take a sword and just... But, you know, that's how it be. But how would you guys do it? What would be your plan? Let's see that down there below. But, yeah, as always, I am Nozz. Thank you for watching. If you really want to support me, you can, you know, always support me on Patreon, which is linked down there in the description and on the end card, so that people can support me monetarily. If you don't want to go that route, and you know, if you share my playlists and stuff with your friends and stuff like that, and help get more eyeballs on things, I'd appreciate that too. And yeah, as always, I'll see you in the next video, but most importantly, I've all become a trash mammal today, and I'll see you around.